What's up, everybody? It's been a long night. Been waiting for last Cloudia to patch. It's good to have you here for a couple minutes. I gotta be honest with you guys. Not a political guy at all, but I just watched the debate at like 4 in the morning. Oh man, talk about a shit show. I've never seen anything like it. And like I said, I'm not political. I never talk about this, but if I had a Tuck Frump t-shirt, I would wear it. So, moving on now. If I lose some subs over that, I'll take the hit. I'm sorry. This is getting ridiculous to the point where I gotta say something about it. Alright, moving on. So, here we are in Last Cloudia. We got a character to look over. I wanted to get this out there earlier, but it started to patch. Hopefully they fixed a few things. Adis did comment on the last vid I made with regards to the game crashing while people were doing polls. So they're working on addressing that, which is awesome. It's good to know that they actually listen to their player base, especially on a smaller channel like this. I really didn't expect that. So props to Adis for that, right? So here we have our little Ice Queen. Let's just go ahead and look at her here where she's all finished. Here she is all maxed out. Okay, so we have Amelia, the little Ice Queen. And what can I say? She's awesome. I personally think this character is very awesome. Even slept on a little bit. I don't believe there was enough hype for this character. And I think it's because she's a little bit lackluster. What she does is simple and potent. We're going to talk about that. We're going to kind of try to break down how this character works. Because she just has a couple abilities that work so well for her that she doesn't need to really show off. She can just get the damn job done. So looking at her stats, 3,500 hit points, 279 MP, 711 strength, defense is 803, intelligence is 1222, and she has 1,067 mind. She's actually weak to lightning, but she has good resistance against fire, and wouldn't you know it, ice. So all in all, pretty decent stats there for a caster. You have to remember too that this girl has some amazing support ability, especially if you manage to get one of her items. I believe it's her chest piece. It adds an extra 500 to the buff that she gives. So pretty much when this girl heals anybody, she adds 1,000 to the hit point pool. If you have her armor, that is increased to 1,500. So it's like a vitality ability. And part of the reason why I waited to make a video on this girl is because I really wanted to test that out to see if it stacks with vitality. Long story short, I'm going to tell you guys right now, it does not fully stack with vitality, but if you have the armor, you will get a 500 point increase. Like if a character already has vitality on them and they have 1,000 hit points added to their maximum hit point pool, if she has her armor on and she throws a heal on that character, their hit point pool will go up by another 500. So for me, I use fast vitality on a lot of the characters on this account. It still works out well for me because I can save my party 9 SC. Fast vitality costs 3 SC, so if 3 of my characters have it, I can take it off of them, and instead this girl can just throw an AoE heal, which doesn't cost her much MP at all, and everybody is going to have a vitality-like effect on them. They're going to get 1,500 more hit points to their maximum health. That can go a long way. That can be very useful. I dig it. I totally think it's awesome. So let's actually look at her abilities. The first two are just very simple. They do damage, right? We have That's Enough. It's a long range, small area ice combo attack. And then we have Please Puck, which is a long range, medium area ice combo attack. By the way, this girl gets a 10 out of 10 for her sprite because she has a floating cat named Puck. I just think that's awesome. They should have spelled it with a silent F. But Puck is awesome. There he is. He resides in that pendant. It was a little confusing at first. I didn't know if Puck was the damn cat or if he was the wolf in the arc. We are going to talk about that arc. The thing is wicked. Alright? So, S3 is when it just starts to get nasty. I love this girl's S3. Don't make me angry. It kind of reminds me of the beam weapon that Golem Girl has. It hits everybody, it pushes them back. It's pretty wicked to look at, right? It is a frontal long-range ice combo attack. Chance to reduce enemy's mind. So she has a mind break. That is great. I'll save all the details for the traits, but she can also ignore half of your mind. But just think about that. Not only can she break your mind, she can just ignore half of it, right? And then the S4, the creme de creme, or as the clown from Spawn says, creme de Wanda. The S4 is lend me your power. And of course she's talking to Puck, a flying cat. Powerful ice combo attack on all enemies. Lowers ice resistance and chance to silence. I don't even care about the silence that much, but the lowers ice resistance is absolutely awesome because this girl can also ignore half of your ice resistance. You put both of those together and that is a pretty gnarly combination, especially when she can also ignore half of your mind and she can reduce your mind. That's just gnarly. So this girl, she's locked into ice element, but it's almost like she's kind of not, because that ice is going to hurt you, whether you have a high mind and a high resistance to it or not. So that is what I like about her. She's locked into the ice element, but she still has some wiggle room because of that. I will have to say right now she's probably the most powerful ice caster, especially if you get her the arc, the limited arc that is on her banner. And I think for most people though, they're already going to have Zexus built. They're already going to have a dedicated ice mage built up. Maybe it's Sea Princess Leela, maybe it's Zexus. In that case, those people are probably just going to be going for the arc, and I can't really blame them. But for an account like mine that doesn't have a dedicated ice mage built up, this girl is definitely the #1 choice if you can get your hands on her. And look at that sprite. Everybody wants to get their hands on her. She is just awesome. Alright, let's look at her traits. Puck's protection. Physical damage minus 25%. It's flipping awesome. It's off to a good start already. Close to death. Hit point recovers greatly, which is nice. And she also gets 15% MP recovery. Hey, what else could a mage ask for? Other than a higher percent. It also activates barrier, so that's just great because that gives you time to actually heal up or do something if you're in that bad situation. Once per wave. And then when Amelia is incapacitated, once per quest, ... Puck gets really pissed off and he does an AoE attack and he hurts everybody. So it doesn't say all that, it just says ... but I've managed to figure this out by running this girl, and we are going to run her. Maybe we'll see what Puck can do, but Puck's not a very good protector. He does something after she dies. It's adorable, and yeah, Puck is this little kitty right here. In case you guys didn't know, he does reside in the amulet. Alright, trait number 2, and sorry guys, it's like 5 a.m., kind of late, but I've been wanting to record, so here I am. We have Spiritual Artist. This one's great. When magically attacking with ice, and that is literally everything she does. If enemy is weak to ice, damage plus 50%. That's a very nice increase. But there's more. Damage cap plus 5,000. That's right, not 2,000, not 3,000. 5K. Very nice. If the enemy is resistant to ice, half the enemy's resistance and then deal damage. That's insanely good. This is what makes her ice element more pliable than just ice, because it's really, really hard to have a resistance against this girl. You can have some ice resistance, she'll just cut it in half. Um, and remember, she's also going to be breaking your mind, and she can ignore part of your mind. I think it is half of it. So it's one of these things where who cares if you end up with 20% ice resistance when your half of your mind is ignored. This girl is still going to be throwing out so much ice damage, and that's if you have resistance. If you don't have resistance, then she just gets more damage, and her damage cap goes through the roof anyway. So when she's potent AF, and when you do have a resistance against her, she cuts through half of it and ignores a lot of your mind and breaks your mind on top of that. So just off of that, this character is potent AF. Um, Anybody that gets this character will be happy to know that she's going to be good for a lot more than just a fight where ice is the preferred method. Um, so that is probably one of the strongest traits I've seen for a character that is just locked into one element. This spiritual artist thing gives her a lot of wiggle room, and that's really what you want with a character that's stuck with one element, right? On top of that, let's not forget this girl has a tier 4 ice spell. So she also gets that to throw into the mix. That thing does so much damage. I've been taking out giant golems with it. It's pretty sweet. It looks cool. We'll get into that. We'll actually throw that thing. Alright, so as far as her skills, she gets Star Heal. And remember, any of her healing abilities also put like the same thing as a vitality buff on top of healing you. So she has that buff added to any of her heals, which is flippin' awesome, right? And if you have her armor, that goes up to 1500 instead of 1000. Very nice. Her armor also gives her some more healing. I think it gives her like 10 or 20% more to her healing, which kind of helps with Star Heal and Healing Wind. But really, I would be throwing Healing Wind just to apply that buff to the whole party and, save 9 SC, right? So we have Blizzard, Diamond Dust, and then this Huma spell. Powerful ice attack on all enemies. Pretty simple, right? This thing's 40 MP. It is very powerful. It just totally wrecks, as you would expect from a tier 4 ice spell that nobody else has but her right now. We have Ice Wall 2. That is 2. That's a big deal. Fire damage to all allies minus 35%. This is something that will carry you through a fight, especially for her. She's already got 25% fire resistance. This is going to give another 35%. That's 60% fire resistance. This girl can go fight Ifrit all day. So she is definitely built for that. Now, Ice Wall 2, again, it's kind of lackluster. It's not anything fancy, but it's pretty useful. Like, this thing can legitimately carry you through some nasty boss fight. Like, it'll help your whole party survive. We, of course, have Advanced Magic Circles, because she is a mage, and she needs that. She's going to have Magic up max. Very nice, I would expect that. And she's got some crit thrown in. Crit 2, Crit 3, and Proud Force. So she is going to be banking on critical hits with magic, and she's going to be healing with Proud Force. So they're kind of giving you a step in the right direction here. Fill in some more critical abilities. Fill in, as much more magic up as you can. She has Auto Aura, so that's great. And she has Auto Recast. I don't know if she's the first one to get Auto Recast. This increases your cast speed by 30%, and typically you actually have to cast this and take the time to do it. The fact that she has it continuously is just awesome. She's going to be able to damn near insta-cast a lot of powerful ice spells, right? And of course we have Ice Boost. This is for her magic damage. She's going to get 10%. You can add to that. She has Ice Attack Rise 2. This is for her actual skill kit. Ice attack damage plus 30%. So that helps her kit. Her kit is gnarly. Okay, we're going to showcase that. She has Ice Critical Rise. This is a very expensive ability. We all know that. We've seen a couple of these with different elements. Crit rate of ice attacks, which is all she does, plus 5%, and crit power plus 50%. Very nice. Archangel's Blessing to keep that MP fed, right? Good stuff. Not a very cheap ability. And High Level Magic Chant. Greatly increase the casting speed of all magic. This is great. It goes right up there with that recast. She has Staff High Boost. That's the 10% one, and attack power 20%. Not going easy on you. This one's awesome. Ice magic attacks have a chance to deal critical damage. That's just awesome. There's that crit. A magic attack crit power plus 20%. This is unique. This is nice. Like, this is going to let her spells crit, right? And then you can always beat that up. You can give her more crit. But this is kind of like what opens the floodgates for all of her critting. And like I said, you can improve this by just increasing her crit chance. But this at least lets her get those crits in to begin with. Very nice. Not going easy on you is great. Don't belittle a spirit user. This is the other custom one that she has. When magically attacking, chance to half enemy's mind and deal damage. This is what I was talking about earlier. You're going to ignore half of your enemy's mind. So if you're fighting a dragon with 2,000 mind, you can ignore half of that. He's only got 1,000, right? And she already has something in her kit that actually breaks mind. So you're going to break it, and then you're going to half it. So her spells are going to get through. Her damage is going to get through, even against some of the toughest opponents with a very high mind. And then we have Amelia's Soothing. When magically restoring allies' hit points cap plus 1,000, and that goes up to 1,500 with her armor. Spiritual Art Principles. Intelligence and MP plus 10%. Magic attack damage cap plus 2,000. And remember, if you're weak to ice, she gets another 5,000. So that's 7,000 more to her damage cap if you're weak to ice. And of course, if you have ice resistance, she gets to ignore half of it. Let's not forget that on top of all of this. So, very gnarly character. I'm very happy with her. This awakening thing is glitched right now. I can't get in here and awaken her anymore. But I did have to pull a few of her to get the arc. I probably wouldn't have done that, but the arc is very important. And like I said, I didn't have a dedicated ice mage. So I don't see a lot of people going that route. A lot of people are waiting for part 2 of this collab. This girl is strong, like I said, but if you have Zexus already at 80 SC, or if you have Sea Princess Leela at 80 SC, then yes, obviously you're just going to want to get that arc and use it on one of them, right? But I don't have those characters at 80 SC at all. In fact, this is my most powerful ice mage as of yesterday, as soon as I got her. Alright, so let's quickly take a look at her items that you can cop from the marketplace. Let's see, here we go. Here's her trading space. Oh, that's right, I already picked these bad boys up. So we're actually just going to have to look at them on her. Where is my little snow bunny fleece? My little ice damage side piece. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. I gave her the Princess Parasol because this thing has a chance for the user's critical attacks to give elemental ice debuff. I didn't realize her S4 breaks ice resistance. So now I could probably get her something a little bit more potent than this. I do want to see if they kind of stack though, but mine is just getting her critical kit built up now, and she's just starting to actually throw those crits out. Uh, it's like a big difference for this character. She definitely needs some crit. So I'm going to leave this parasol on her for a while, just see what I can do with this. Try to stack up those buffs, those debuffs. I'm going to see if I can. But here's the good stuff. Amelia's dress. There's a wicked looking dress. Amelia only... first of all, it has continuous MP regen, which is really important to a mage like her. Pretty much every mage needs one or another way to get some MP back, especially for long drawn out fights. They just need it, so it's very nice that this is built in here. And then Amelia's Soothing HP cap boost by 500. This is where I was telling you guys that instead of giving you 1,000 more hit points to your pool, this is going to give you 1,500 if you have this armor. And also, healing magic power plus 10%. I'm sorry, I wasn't sure if that was 10 or 20%, but 10 more percent to your healing is still very nice, especially when you have a super high intelligence to heal with already. That 10% can go a long way. Don't let it fool you. Puck's Bag. This is the accessory. The accessory would be my first choice over the armor. I mean, I guess it depends. This one's situational. Depends on your account. It depends on, what your support characters look like. Are you actually going to use this girl to throw a heal and give everybody that vitality buff? Do you want this girl to heal 10% more? Do you want her to have the MP regen? Or you have Puck's Bag over here, which gives you more intelligence. It's an accessory. Amelia only skill and special damage plus 20%. That's effing huge already for this girl because her skill and special are already so potent, and that special you're going to want to throw it all the time because it breaks ice resistance. And then when close to death, intelligence and mind plus 10% once per wave. So, this can make her super deadly when she's low on health and she can throw out a spell, maybe finish some people off. But think about that, 10% more to your intelligence and mind, and your special is doing 20% more damage, and your skills are doing 20% more damage on top of that. All in all, Puck's Bag was still my first choice, and then I went back and got her dress. I am still very happy that I got the dress because I noticed how potent her support is with this whole vitality thing. She also has God Heal. I'm digging God Heal. I love God Heal. I run God Heal parties where all three characters have God Heal so they can all support and heal each other. And on a character like this, it works great because she's going to have a large mana pool. So, she can afford to throw some God Heals here and there to keep your party into the fight. And she's also going to be giving them that buff to increase their maximum hit point pool while she God Heals them. So, the dress is pretty nice. Alright, so those are her two items that you could get. I'd still say for Attack Mage, you're probably going to want to get Puck's Bag first. If you have enough, to get either one of these items. I personally went for the bag first, but I'm still glad I got the dress. Alright, so we covered her. Look at her. Look how sweet she looks. God, I love that. Wish I had a flying cat. Puck. Damn it, Puck. Alright. We covered her. Let's cover that sweet, sweet arc. For a lot of people, this is going to be the showstopper. This is going to be why they pulled. It's going to be this arc. This is a limited arc. It has a limited rarity. We click on it, we can see that it says LR. Sorry guys, it was 5 in the morning. Nah, it's 6:30. Damn. Alright. We have this limited arc. This takes the same souls to level up as the UR arc. So just be aware of that. This thing is going to be difficult to level up, right? But no big deal. It's totally worth it. First of all, the arc attribute. You know what? I should look at this where it's all fully leveled up so I can read off the correct percentages. Sorry about that. Didn't think about that. Probably because it's, 6:30 in the morning. Here we go. Here it is. Alright. So at level 10 maxed out, it's given 1500 hit points, 60 MP, 181 strength just because, defense 266, intelligence though 325, very nice for any ice mage, and 268 mind. The arc attribute, ice damage plus 20%, sorcerer slayer effect, and all attribute resistances plus 10. That's just wicked right there. If that wasn't enough, chance of taking critical attacks minus 100%. That's a pretty big deal. It's going to help you survive some shit. And chance to silence when magically ice attacking enemies. She can silence people, and her S4 also has a chance to silence on top of that. So it's nice that they threw that in there. When that is applicable, it's going to be very useful. Silencing somebody can be a big deal. So it's cool that they give this to us on the arc and that she has that built into her kit. I'm still more happy about the fact that she actually gets an elemental break for ice resistance. That's sweet. And she gets to ignore half your ice resistance anyway, so that's what did it for me. But the skills that this thing teaches are absolutely awesome. This is the bee's knees. First of all, we get ice boost, ice magic damage 10%, just in case you don't have it on someone that does ice magic. I don't know, that's kind of rare. Pretty much everyone that does ice magic has ice boost. But hey, just in case, you want to teach it to your Pokey. Your Pokey can run around throwing Pokey blizzards, and Pokey can have ice boost. Bam. We got stun nil. Nullify a stun. Change a stun weakness to stun resistance. Very nice. When you need it, it's 10 SC, but hey, if you need it, there might be some nasty jelly that we have to fight that stuns the shit out of everyone. I'll pay the 10 SC to take this if I have to. We have Ice Shield. Damage from enemies, ice attacks minus 20% for 10 SC. And you're going to need Ice Shield just in case you run into Amelia, right? Of course, Amelia is going to ignore half of this anyway, right? Yeah. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to catch myself right there. She's not going to ignore half of this because this is different than ice damage reduction in a way. Yeah, this is different. This doesn't just give you plus 20% to your ice resistance. This actually takes 20% away from ice attacks, which is different. I'm not even going to try to think about it, but I know it's different. 6 in the morning. Contact with Puck. That's right. Our little flying kitty thing, right? This one is pretty effing gnarly, and on Amelia, this is very potent. Everybody wants contact with. Everybody wants to pet the kitty, all right? Especially if you're an ice mage, because if you pet the kitty and you have contact with Puck, your ice attack magic consumes 25% more MP, but does 40% more damage. I'll take that. I will pay 25% more for 40% more damage any effing day. This is totally going to help her get to damage cap. Even if your enemy has some ice resistance, this is really going to help. And speaking of ice resistance, if you have Gaze of the End, battle start, attribute resistance of all enemies, minus 10%. So this is a 10% break to all of your resistances. Oh yeah, and it has a chance to curse enemies on top of that. That's wicked. And that is only 9 SC. I would think that this one was 10. This is going to stack with Weaken. I know it is. I haven't tested it out. If it doesn't, someone correct me, but I know it will. So you have Amelia with Gaze of the End, and she has Weaken. Bam! Whatever you throw Weaken on is going to have minus 20% to all of their elemental resistances. And then you drop her S4, and that's what, another 10-20%. You're at minus 30-40% ice resistance. That's pretty gnarly. I mean, that sucks for you, especially when going up against her, but that's what makes her so great. That's what makes this arc so great. This will also work for Zexus, Contact with Puck, and Gaze of the End. Pretty much, you want any Ice Mage that you have to have these abilities. And for anyone that doesn't have it, I don't think Zexus has Ice Critical Rise. I haven't looked over him for a while, but I don't know if he has Ice Critical Rise. But if he doesn't, you're definitely going to want to teach it to him. It's 12 SC, and it's flipping awesome. Crit rate of ice attacks plus 5%, crit power plus 50. We looked over this in Amelia's kit because she has this. It is 12 SC. It's so nice that she has it for free. So these are great, just great abilities, right? And they work so well with the arc attribute. You know, another 20% to ice damage, Sorcerer Slayer. All in all, just very, very, very potent stuff. Okay, so here's what threw me off. If we actually look at this arc, we see this giant wolf. Or you know what? You know, now that I'm looking at it, maybe that's supposed to be a giant cat. Maybe that's Puck when he's not residing in her necklace and looking all adorable. Maybe that's Puck. I don't know. It just kind of looked like a big-ass wolf to me, but okay, I can see it now. The way that he's perched up there. Yeah, and the tail, okay. It just looks like a big wicked... Looks like my cat sitting on the couch. Yep, okay, so that is Puck, I guess. I'm going to have to... If I was a betting man at this point, I would bet that that's Puck. Puck looks pretty wicked. And this thing also has an Arc Ether reward, big surprise. And it's going to be potent as hell. Be ready, because it is a 6-star item. From a limited arc, it makes sense. Magic Crystal Necklace. This is where Puck resides. This thing gives 70 intelligence, which is just great. It's given 30 mind. When using skills, slightly recover MP. My goodness, that is so great for an Ice Mage. Blah. When magically attacking, slightly recovers SCT. Cool. Okay. So when you're using magic, you're recovering SCT so that your skill kit charges, right? And when you're using skills, you're recovering magic points, so you can feed your spells. That is just an awesome... That's just awesome. I mean, what else can I say about that? It's feeding you very well on both ends. This works out amazing for Amelia, feeding SCT, feeding MP, feeding your skill kit, feeding spells. It's great. So, the necklace with green crystal that Amelia wears at all times. The spirit Puck resides within the crystal. I knew it, so that is Puck. That is Puck. Alright. So this is what most people are going to want. I already have this thing at 30%. I threw all of the Arc Ethers I had at it. So I'm really giving this girl a go. She's actually the most woke character. She is the most woke character that I have. On this profile now. She's even more woke than Yoda. And like I said, she is so woke that it won't even let me go in there and try to wake her anymore. I did tell Adis about this. They said they were going to look into it, but if I click on Awaken, it will not let me go in there, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's keeping me out of there, but I would like to wake her more if I can. I would like to at least check and see. I know I have a plethora of her shards. Okay, no, I only have 83, so that's not going to do me any good, but it's still nice to know what you got, right? So hopefully they're going to fix this soon. It's all going to be gravy. Great character. Why don't we run her? Let's do that. Let's go to the White Lab. Now mine is only level, 67? She's not even level 70 yet. But we're gonna make a go of it. We're gonna go to the White Lab, and we're gonna go on hard content, and we're just gonna see how she runs so we can showcase her moves a little bit. Oh, that's right. I have to make sure to actually equip some of her ice magic that we're gonna be using. Because I took a lot of her magic off because she was killing shit too quickly, and I was running her in farming levels just to have in the background, just so she could, learn a couple skills here and there. I'm obviously only at 41 out of 58, And a lot of these skills are just a waste of space. They're just things that I was trying out on her that don't really have anything to do with being an ice mage anyway, but they're things she picked up along the way. Okay, we can leave that on there. Alright, so here we go. I did put some skill charge abilities on her, I believe, so we can actually, talk about her skills, so we can see how they work. And that way I'm not just killing everything with Blizzard and Ice Magic. So, man, her sprite is awesome. Like I said, she's my little snow bunny and fleece. Basic attack is a bunch of single hits. That's enough. Pretty much just throws a bunch of shards at everybody. Let's get some distance so we can see. And we're going to ask Puck for help. Please, Puck. Please, Puck. Here's Please, Puck. It makes a bunch of the stuff rain down from the sky, a bunch of icicles. Here's my favorite. Here's that S3. It goes all the way across the screen. It pushes everybody back. It does a ton of damage to them. Don't make me angry. Do not make this girl angry. She is an Ice Witch. I have managed to pick that much up from the story. That's enough. Those things, she can just fire those off like a machine gun. Puck comes in to help with the S2 and just hits everybody with that. So she is doing decent damage here. This is hard content. She's only one character. This is made for a whole party. So she's getting through this pretty well. I haven't even cast any spells. This is just her kit. And I was kind of hoping to charge her S4 up in this. So we're going to do a bunch of attacks, just normal attacks. Probably get her little asses kicked for a little bit. Just to try to charge up that S4. You know what? Don't make me angry. Boom. That one mage pretty much just died from that S3. I think we can get rid of these mages and then just deal with this what is this thing called? A TR Rising? Bam. Fortunately, he's shielding one of the mages. And he just hit me with his cane. So I'm going to let them chase me around a little bit. Hit him with that S2. Another S1. Get some distance. Let's just kill the mage off. And really, I just want to charge up the S4. I'm pretty sure that will finish these guys off. But man, that mage is hiding pretty well. Alright, here we go. There's my favorite. That S3 just wrecks. Let's go kill that mage. Oh, and remember, when this girl almost dies, Puck comes out and does some damage. So here we go. The S4 is almost charged up. I'm scared to do any more attacks. I think I'll kill this guy. Oh, that's right. Puck will kill him. If I die right now, Puck will just come out. So actually, let me just heal up real quick. I don't want Puck killing this guy before I can throw my S4. I wish I could throw him a heal. Oh, and watch her hit points. Her maximum hit point is 2721. If I go into just Star Heal, and I Star Heal myself. Ugh. I don't know why we needed to run so far away to heal ourselves. Oh no! She killed him with a basic attack. I'm sorry, everybody. Man, okay. I really wanted to show off that S4 and the healing. I totally forgot about that. Just started spamming S1 through 3 like a madman. It got us through there. I'm going to rerun this and actually charge up that S4. We're not taking a support with us. Okay. Alright, we're going to redo this. I'm going to concentrate. Sorry about that, boys and girls. I'm doing my best here. Let's see. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I am going to heal myself so you guys can actually see her hit point pool go up. We'll do... No, you know what? We'll do God Heal. Because God Heal, it freezes time and it's instant. So her hit points is at 3721. We're going to God Heal. And now her hit points are at 4221. So the idea here is to kill some of these guys and to leave a few of them alive. Well, I guess they really can't hurt me. I don't think don't think they can, so I'll just run around for a second. We'll let that S4 charge up. I can't resist throwing that S3. It's my favorite. I shouldn't have killed that whole wave. Yeah, that S3 is just so tempting. It wipes the whole screen. It's pretty gnarly. It's gonna be difficult because I wanted to try to cast her tier 4 ice spell as well. That's enough though. Oh, did you guys see that? We got some diagonal action going on here. This is something they did fix recently, especially for Labette. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. The little sniper girl. So the issue was she would have to run and line herself up with whatever enemy she was trying to shoot at. Now she can shoot diagonally, which is kind of a big difference if you're trying to run a sniper-like character. So it's very nice that last Cloudia addressed that, and you could effectively, like, I could shoot the rat from back here. I could take a diagonal shot. If I use my S1, we'll try it. See, we can shoot diagonally now. That's kind of a big deal. That's awesome for a lot of characters. They did have an issue with that. I'm glad they fixed that. It's good to know that they're fixing things like that. And that's actually something that's not that easy to fix. It might sound very simple, but it's really not. So I'm glad they did. See if we can kill these guys without hitting the boss back there. Oh no. You know what? We might just have to God heal ourselves and increase our hit point pool. I don't want to kill these guys. Well, not yet. We're only halfway charged up. That sucks. That's how quick we're getting through these. When I first ran this to kind of like benchmark her, she wasn't this powerful, so I could actually charge up her S4 by the time I got back here. And it's like that machine's always in the way. We killed one of those guys. I tell you what, boys and girls. If I can't get her S4 to charge, then here we go. I can isolate this robot. If I can't get her S4 to charge, I will try to throw her tier 4 ice spell. It does take a second to charge, but she does have fast recast now. But those tier 4 spells, they do take a while to charge. For good reason. They're powerful as hell. Alright. We're almost there. This thing's still at half health. I just gotta stay away from that S3 because that thing wrecks so hard. Oh, and it lowers their mind. Oh, and look, I did manage to break them. Let's see. Decrease ice resistance. So this is off of the parasol weapon that she has equipped. I didn't throw the S4 yet, so obviously that parasol must be doing something right. So I must be getting enough crits to at least trigger my weapon to break their ice resistance. Obviously, throwing her S4 is going to break their ice resistance more. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to survive for us to check if they stack or not. We still got to do some homework on this girl. Let's go ahead and God heal ourselves up. Absolutely love that. Really doesn't affect her MP pool at all. Stay away from that S3. Oh man. Their health has to drain together too. Oh, that's right. I have Breaker on her. Unfortunately. I forgot about that. I should have taken that off of her. Like, I wouldn't want that boss to die too early. Alright, so now it's just us and the damn robot. I'm fairly certain that if we just do basic attacks to it, well, we're stunned for a second. But I think we're gonna make it through. I think we're gonna get to drop that S4. It's a good thing her max hit points are increased, right? I can weather this storm. This is what's awesome about having vitality abilities, even though this wasn't really a close call. Alright, let's just do some basic attacks. Lend me your power, Puck. Oh shit. How is her basic attack doing that much? Oh man, come on. This is ridiculous. Come on. Wish this thing would charge on its own. Yeah, I'm sorry, boys and girls. Her basic attack is just doing too much. You're gonna have to take my word for it. That S4 is amazing. I'm sorry you guys just watched me dick around and not actually be able to do what I wanted to do. But you know what? We can at least try and see uh, what her tier 4 ice spell looks like. I should have just done that at the end. Um, yeah, this girl is just getting she's getting too powerful to even benchmark here. When I was messing around with her yesterday, this level went a lot differently. Like I said, I could actually throw the S4. Um, so now instead, let's see if we can actually cast her tier 4 ice spell before she gets swamped with attacks. Because mind you, this girl also only has, she has like 50 or 60 of her skill points, or of her ability points. Um, so she doesn't have any abilities on her yet that keep her from getting interrupted. But let's see if she's quick enough to cast this. No, we didn't make it. So what we do in that case is we throw Blizzard, and while Blizzard's hurting everybody and keeping them busy, she runs away and she can... Blizzard killed everything. Man, that's the other thing too, is Blizzard used to not really do that much damage, but apparently now she's doing plenty with Blizzard. Let's see. You know what? The machine might survive. I don't think the frogs will. So while they're busy, we try to cast this. No, so Blizzard alone on this girl right now is powerful enough to pretty much destroy everything here. I'm sure the last boss can survive it, so we can try that. At least this one's going by quickly because I'm not running around trying to charge up her S4. I know it's a lost cause here. There we go. Blizzard started. That should keep them busy for a second. Alright, here comes the newest tier 4 ice spell, and boom, everything is just going to instantly die. It takes the boss out in one hit. It actually overkills him. Like I said, it takes a second to cast. This girl doesn't have any equipment that increases her casting speed, so I could also do that. And like I said, I'll show you guys exactly what abilities this girl has. It's really not that much. She only has 40 SC on her, and a lot of that SC isn't particularly useful to her right now. It's just there to be there. But I think as far as actual ability points go, how much I filled out her tree, I think she's only at like 50, so she's like halfway there, maybe 60. We'll see right now. So this character is definitely still in the works, but I wanted to get something out on her so people could at least see kind of what she's working with. I'm sorry I couldn't show you her S4. You might just have to Google that. Yeah, she's level 69. Yeah, we have 66 abilities out of 104, right? So she's still missing all of the best stuff. And I know that looked like a very simple level for her, but it is a level 40 hard level that's made for a whole party that she soloed. So all in all, like, some of her best stuff is definitely still on the table, right? I still have to enhance awaken her so I can get like her best stuff, but there's even a lot of things underneath that she doesn't have. She doesn't have auto aura yet, and I don't have aura on her. She doesn't have proud force to keep herself healed. Just some of her best stuff is still on the table, and I don't have it yet. And she is already slaying, and she's doing it with style, with a floating cat right next to her. Puck's really grown on me. I don't know if you guys can tell or not. So this is what's up right now. I wanted to give you guys a glimpse what this girl looks like, what she can do. She is definitely powerful. A little bit lackluster, but she doesn't need to luster anything. She's just very potent, very simple, very potent. And that's just kind of how she breaks down. I think she's a very solid character. Um, the character from part 2 looks wicked too. She has kind of like a chain whip. I don't know. It definitely looks badass. Um, and I get that most people are saving for part 2 of the collab. But hey, if you need an ice character, there's one up right now that's really badass. And if you want to make your ice character stronger that you already have, this arc is absolutely amazing. All right. Oh, yeah, that's right. On another note, like right before this, I actually pulled my favorite last Cloudia waifu, and that is this girl right here. I absolutely love this girl. She's got some moxie to her. Um, this girl upgrades her fire spells, so her Crimson Flare, as far as I'm concerned, it might as well be a tier 4 fire spell. Um, it's like 3 Crimson Flares instead of 1 that come down. So she is awesome, and her and Lance Evil just both got a pretty nice power boost. She got more magic power, she just got more damage. Lance Evil got enough defensive buffs to finally become the best tank in the game. I mean, it took them long enough. So I'm happy for both of these characters getting their buffs, and it's nice to just like get my favorite waifu back. In fact, when I first started playing Last Cloudia, this was the first limited character that I pulled after Randy. I love how she's showing leg. I love her sprite. She's wicked. And not to ruin anything for you guys, but she's actually in this event. I thought it was going to be like the last event where Lily kind of has her hand in it, and she messes around with the characters and has her own agenda. But apparently Lily is not in this event as far as I can see. I haven't made it all the way through to the very end of the event, but I did see this girl there, and that's awesome. I always like seeing this girl. I love looking at her, and fire is just my element, right? But I've always said in Last Cloudia, have all of your elements covered. So if you have fire, you also need ice. So I can effectively now run, you know, my favorite LC waifu and my little side piece, Snow Bunny and Fleece, in the same party. They can have a girls' night out, fire and ice. Alright, of course, this girl's not woke at all, but it's still nice to have her. It's nice to look at her. If I could, I'd just make her my background picture. So that's where I'm at in Last Cloudia. I wanted to share the luck with you. I only did a few pulls to get her, so I got extremely lucky there. I did not get Lance Evil. But anybody out there that has Lance Evil, rejoice. He is a badass now. We'll talk about him in the future, but he is definitely a worthy tank to say the very least. And he's always looked cool. The thing I will say though, we should probably cover this. In the marketplace, their items are still up in the Crimson Ore Shop. Here is Lance Evil's sword. So to my knowledge, yeah, these are only up for 5 more days. These weapons greatly affect these limited characters, and unless you have a day 1 account, you probably don't have anything better for them than their actual weapons here. So I had about 10,000 red ore, and I was going to get the tree winners for Logo. But the thing is, these are always here, and they will always be here. So since I pulled this girl last minute, I decided to get her staff. Her staff's amazing for her. I'll just leave it at that. It's definitely worth getting. So just in case you're in the same kind of situation that I was, definitely go get that staff if you can, if you actually plan on running her. She should be one of the highest fire damagers in the game right now with the stat boost that she got, the damage boost that she got, and that Crimson Flare is always awesome. So I'll leave you guys at that. Everybody, good luck. Play through the event today. You will get a ton of tickets. I got at least 8 of them. So if you didn't have any luck on this collab yet, hopefully those tickets will help you out. And there's plenty more tickets on the way too. And you know, we're just talking about part 1. We still have part 2 of the event. I can't wait for it. Like I said, the event is really fun so far. I'm digging it, so I hope you all enjoy it too. The comments are open. Make sure to like, and have an awesome day. Peace, everybody.